Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel in partnership with sharpbetting.co.uk. Your home for all your in-depth betting analysis and expertise on not only boxing but the likes of football and horse racing and all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in them sports, you're interested in having a dabble on them, make sure you check out sharpbetting.co.uk in the description below. It's me, Niall, just here giving a quick reaction to what we seen earlier on today from Tokyo, Japan, as the phenomenal, the outstanding KENSHIRO TERAJI unified the 112-pound division by retaining his WBC title and adding the WBA title after an epic fight of the year contender. It's fight of the year already for me. 12th round stoppage win against SEIGO YURI AKUI, his Japanese compatriot. Yeah, it was an absolutely unbelievable fight. KENSHIRO was relatively big favourite coming into this, and I thought justifiably so. But Seigo Yuri Akui proved why he's one of the most underrated fighters in Japan, one of the most underrated Japanese fighters around today for me. Absolutely class act, and yeah, it was a fight that had absolutely everything. Literally, it had the highest level of skill, it had grit, it had determination, it had big punching, and it had a drag from the fire, shock, not shock, but a massive ending with a 12th round KO. And yeah, I think for me it was a fight of the year so far. You've had epic fights like Isaac Cruz against Fierro, you've had Callum Smith, Josh Buatsi. You've had outstanding fights already, but this one, as I say, for every single aspect that I had, I think this was absolutely outstanding. And I think this is the best fight of the year so far for me. And yeah, as I said, Kenshiro Taraji pulled it out of fire in the 12th round of this one. And a lot of the talk since has been what the scorecards were. Two judges had Seigo Yuri Akui up by a round heading into that last round. And the other judge had Kenshiro up by 3 rounds. So Kenshiro needed at least a knockdown in that round to win the fight. You know, he needed to pull it out of fire in the eyes of the judges and the eyes of me as well. Watching it as a viewer, I had Seigo Yuri Kui up by a round, same as the two of those judges. So dreadfully unlucky on Akui, but it's a sign of an absolutely elite pound for pound and future Hall of Fame fighter, to be honest with you, in Kenshiro Taraji, that he can pull that out of fire when needed. That's what great fighters do. When their backs are really against the wall, they pull it out of fire and yeah, they just produce the goods, and he did do that, Kenshiro. So as I say, absolutely dreadfully unlucky for Seigo Akui after the shift that he put in and the fact that he was ahead in the fight. There's a lot of talk about the stoppage. Was it premature? I think it was slightly premature, in my opinion. I can't. It's not one of the worst stoppages you'll ever see. Let's put it that way. But I think Seigo Yuri Akui earned the right to see that fight out. I really do. I thought, he was out of his feet and he looked in a little bit of a bad way after the fight. So maybe it was the right decision, but I just think he should have been given the benefit of the doubt there to see the fight out. But refs, I'm never one to kind of slate a referee for having a fighter's best interests at heart. And you know, he could have went on to get badly hurt. Who knows in the remainder of the rounds. But yeah, as I say, it's not the worst stoppage you'll ever see. But I thought he should have been allowed to see that out, and of course, it would have changed the course of the of history, I suppose, and of the 112-pound division, because he would have won the fight if he'd seen the round out on his feet. So yeah, he'd be not happy about that, but credit to him, an absolutely outstanding fight. As I say, Seigo Akui proving why he's massively underrated as a Japanese fighter. But it's Kenshiro, the the phenom, as I said at the start of the video, who unifies the division and again proves his greatness, cements his legacy even further. I think he has to be in pound for pound list, at least at the bottom half of pound for pound list on everybody in everybody's eyes. I think it has to be a consensus view now with boxing fans. I think what he's done is absolutely outstanding. Multiple weight world champion, now unified champion, beating big names. Avenged a loss to Masamichi Ibuki, the only loss of his career. Beat the likes of Rosales, Canizales, Hirota Kayaguchi. That was seen as a real 50-50 outstanding fight between the best two in the division, and Kenshiro beat him decisively. Hecky Butler, the veteran, he's just paving his way through these lower weight classes with such skill, and as he proved today, such grit, such a chin. He has it all. The footwork's beautiful, the lateral movement, the hand speed, the accuracy, the power. It's just absolutely outstanding. As I say, he's Hall of Fame for me now. After that win, he really is. He's pound for pound top 10, at least the bottom half, as I said. But yeah, the question is now, I suppose, what's next for Kenshiro Teraji? There's a lot of really interesting options. There's on this card today. He's the WBC and WBA title holder now. On this card today, the WBO champion Anthony Olasquaga, who Kenshiro has also beaten in the past, got a very controversial decision win to retain his title over Hirota Kayaguchi. I thought Kayaguchi won that quite decisively. I think it was a very, very bad decision, in my opinion. So that could be an option. It would be on my list of priorities to see. No, definitely not. I think Kenshiro beat him too decisively that time, back down at 108. So I just wouldn't be interested in seeing it again. Although it'd be nice for Kenshiro to unify the division even further. There is another option, Angel Ayala Lardizabal, who's fighting another Taraji foe. Masamichi Ibuki soon. That's a very, very interesting fight for the IBF title. Whoever comes through that Ibuki is as I say, to be a trilogy against Kenshiro if he was to come through, and he had a good win last time out against Simonati Nonshinga. Lord Isabel is a very good fighter. I'd be very curious to see how Kenshiro would deal with the kind of size and range and power of Lord Isabel. How he'd cope with that kind of puzzle to solve. If I had to pick winners, as I say, Hollis Quagg, he beats him again. In my opinion, and I think he's just incredible enough to beat the winner of Lord Isabel and Masamichi Ibuki. I really do. I just think he's an absolute phenom of a talent. He's up there. He's up there. He won't get the credit for it among the kind of more quote unquote casual fans, but he's up there with Nakatani and Inoue as Japanese, Japan's elite level fighters. He really is. So yeah, I'm really excited to see what's next. There's also Britain's Galal Yafai, of course. Who's his mandatory challenger for the WBC title, I believe, after a phenomenal win against Sonny Edwards last time out. Kenshiro Teraji against Yafai would be, oh, it'd be a boxing fan's dream. It really would. Such a one for the purist that it'd be one of the most highly skilled fights you'd ever see. Kenshiro against Yafai. I think Yafai probably gives him his toughest test at 112, to be quite honest with you. I'm a big fan of Yafai. I think his composure, his skill, his speed, his power, his killer instinct, I think is amazing. So that would be probably, if it's not to be unification, Yafai and Taraji for me is the fight to make. But there's also a question of Bam Rodriguez up at 115. You know, he called out Bam Rodriguez after the fight, I believe, Kenshiro Taraji. I'm not in, I think that might be a step too far at the minute. I don't think either man needs that fight. I think Bam Rodriguez should be looking towards a Nakatani, and as I say, Taraji should be looking at unifying the flyweight division first, which he has every chance of going undisputed in. He really does, I believe that. So, yeah, I don't think that's a fight that needs to happen. I think both men have other fish to fry, so to speak. But maybe down the line, if they both continue on the path they're going. But yeah, that's just my quick reaction to the fight of the year so far for me this morning, as KENSHIRO TERAJI has unified the 112-pound division, adding the WBA crown to his WBC title, stopping SEIGO YURI AKUI in the 12th round of their absolutely epic contest in Tokyo, Japan. So yeah, let us know what you think in the comments. What did you make of the fight? Do you think it's fight of the year already? Let us know. Get involved down below. Most importantly, what do you think the future holds for Taraji now? Can he unify, go undisputed at 112 against the names I mentioned, or will is there fighters at flyweight that kind of make him come unstuck, or would you like to see him fight the likes of a Bam Rodriguez? Let us know what you think. Get involved, like the video if you enjoy the content, subscribe to our YouTube channel. As I say, check out sharpbetting.co.uk for all your betting tips and analysis. Like, share, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. And yeah, until next time, take care.